So I've been playing for player mode on FIFA 23, and typically when I play video games, I like to play as a character that's not me. So 9 out of 10 times I either play as a black person or a woman. This time I chose to be both. The weird thing is I think my game's glitching out, because I signed a contract with Napoli and none of the Italian fans are screaming racial slurs at me when I step on the pitch. YouTubers are troublemakers, it's just in their DNA. If you were to ask me why that is, I would assume it stems from the fact that their parents didn't show them enough love as children. And in their desperate bids to be seen and to be known, it's extremely common for them to take things too far. The question then becomes, what actually happens when they do take it too far? And what occurs when the consequences for those actions come in the form of violence? Well, today, my friends, we're gonna get that answer. Meet Neon, or Neon Free, a child who can only be described as a throbbing. He's rose to prominence on the internet by being an aggravating little worm, a despicable little cretin. It would be an insult to say that he is the lowest of the scum at the bottom of the barrel in terms of content creators. Truly, the only way I could ever describe any of his videos to you is just to imagine the funniest thing a 10-year-old could come up with, and then add racism. And not like in a little kernel on top, his words might have been misinterpreted in some way type of racism. I mean, this dude seriously has an issue with black people to a degree.
Cancel now, am I done? I can't go to college anymore.
Face.
Fucking gorilla.
Did Neon go too far? So basically, Andrew Tate recently was detained by police, and Neon, a huge content creator, voiced in, "Free Andrew Tate, I stand with you, brother." And he said that by including the N-word. Now, Neon is of Indian descent, so a lot of people are just confused on why he would use the N-word.
Now, unsurprisingly, his words and actions have left people with a sour taste in their mouth. And as of a couple days ago, those actions caught up to him in the form of a beating.
Who's we got? Got his ass lacking. Come on, bro. Got his ass lacking. Hey, what size y'all want?
You see what we did with his shirt?
Look at his shirt.
With his shirt.
Ripped all type of stuff, boy. Hey, hey. Oh, we on his ass. Come on, bro. Take his glasses off.
Allegedly, as the kids would call it, Neon was caught lacking, and thus his ops pulled up on Bree. Keep that word allegedly in the back of your mind, it'll be important later. Now, I know you're meant to disagree with violence in all forms, no matter what the context is, but that's a bitch boy mentality. Sometimes, if a dude just doesn't want to correct his behavior, he needs his ass whooping. And if you're a dude who doesn't like that reality, you're probably the person who deserves that ass whooping. Should every step possible be taken before someone comes to blows with their fists? Absolutely. Should, after all of those possibilities are exhausted, someone should get a bloody nose and maybe a broken arm? Absolutely. I'm just saying, if you were trying to tell me he didn't deserve it, that's a bold-faced lie. I also won't say that I don't have some degree of empathy for Neon's situation, because to be honest, I was in similar shoes as him. Not the N-word stuff, I've always only ever said that in private, but the need to be funny in a very edgy way. As you can tell since you're watching this video, my dream, like many, has always been to be a YouTuber. And in fact, this is nowhere near even my first channel. This is the fourth one I'm on now, the other three got shut down for alleged credit card scams, which is unfortunate because I love going through my old catalog, but it's also a blessing in disguise because those videos were well, let's just say they were on the edge. The inspiration for my first YouTube channel was directly just trying to be discount iDubbbz in prime iDubbbz. Can you imagine what a 14-year-old boy comes up with trying to copy that guy? It was not pretty. So can you just imagine what's going on inside Neon's head, a 14-year-old boy who was inspired by both Andrew Tate and Aiden Ross? I don't know if he's 14, he just looks very boy-like. Point being that even though it is obviously majorly his fault, the internet at large has somewhat corrupted his brain to a degree. It being famous and being noticed is what matters to you the most as someone who makes videos. Dude, you're willing to go to any length possible just to get that extra inch. And I mean, why not? The internet has always rewarded bad behavior with lots and lots of monetary gain. The Paul brothers, for example, are genuinely terrible people. And yet somehow after scam and incident after incident, they're going stronger than ever. So it makes sense why younger guys, in hopes of getting noticed, will cross any line. It means that much to them. The funny thing is about a line, the longer that you're trying to cross it, the more blurry it can become. I don't know if you have your Dora the Explorer backpack on, but do you remember when I told you to remember that word allegedly? Well, you see, I've got a little bit of a theory going. I'm not 110% convinced that Neon was actually really attacked. And truthfully, I'm also not convinced that he didn't fabricate the entire thing in order to get more attention and clicks coming his way. What a vile thing a person could do. Take iShowSpeed, for example. Probably, if not actually already is, the biggest live streamer on the whole platform, and probably one of the quickest growing channels of all time. The way he achieved this was dumb luck and leaning into virality. Speed is quite obviously playing a character. That character being the dumb American who doesn't know much about football. And those antics, along with his insane bits that generally put himself in harm, got him noticed by TikTok, got him shared by TikTok. It's an incredibly fast way to grow your channel, your brand, and your personality. So answer me this, is it really that outside of the realm of possibility that maybe Neon faked this attack in order to go big time? At the bare minimum, you have to acknowledge that it's at least a possibility. The entire interaction just seems a little bit too perfect. And if you take a really good look at his t-shirt, to me, it appears like someone chopped it off with scissors. It just doesn't look like it got ripped in a scrap, especially considering if you have a close-up look at his face as well, there's no bruising, scarring, or blood. So I'm not entirely sure how his ops managed to rip up his shirt without beating him up. Furthermore, my eyes might be deceiving me a little bit, but doesn't that look a lot like a microphone pop? I don't know, man, I always like to live by the advice my uncle gave me. Coincidences is just the way the universe is telling us something was meant to happen. Of course, he used to say that when I was 6 years old and he would walk in on me during bath time, but the philosophy's still sound. Anyways, if it was just for the video of him getting beaten up, I'd be more inclined to believe him. But it's this follow-up video of him talking about how he's gonna quit that has me a little bit iffy.
This past week has been the worst week of my life. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did to deserve any of this, but it's been terrible. I'm a joke. I am a disgrace to my community. I'm a disgrace to my race. I'm a disgrace to my religion. I'm a disgrace. I'm a joke. I'm a joke. I'm a damn joke. I don't know what to do anymore. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years and I've never once felt this way in my entire life, to where I just never want to come back ever again and never want to show my face. I don't know what I'm going to do. I love you guys. I know no one in this world actually loves me, but it's all good, man. I love you guys deep inside, and I'm going to take this time to figure out what I want to do next. I don't know if you guys will ever see me again, and if you do, I'll be a new man. I love you guys, man. Stay safe, and until next time, peace.
It's honestly very probable that I'm just mistrusting because of the company he keeps, but there's just something about it, it doesn't feel real. We do have a very important update to this situation. After Neon threatened to quit, his old buddy Andrew Tate reared his head and offered to take Neon underneath his wing to train him to become a stronger man, as in literally fly him out to Romania to live with him. Now Neon, if this situation is 100% real, and I am treating it as if it is, with your reputation being in the absolute shattered state that it is it such a wise idea to go to the man that caused it? As it is now, you're being perceived by the world as a joke, not only for getting jumped and then quitting over the fact that you got jumped instead of getting stronger because of it, but also because of your racist comments in the past. My suggestion to you is this: publicly take a huge fat cuck on Tate's offer. You're young. You have time to learn. You have time to make a new life. You made some serious mistakes and you took some heavy mud on your face. But that doesn't mean your life is completely over. That doesn't even mean that your entire dream job of being a YouTuber / streamer is completely over. You can change for the better. You can do better. And you can be more than a pathetic worm that you are right now. After all, what is more pathetic? Running into the warm embrace of the man who inadvertently caused your jumping, or standing on your own 2 feet, head tall, learning, apologizing, and starting new? It's a suggestion, my friend. And if it does come out that you actually faked this after all, you're a slimy weasel. Now, if you don't want to be a slimy weasel, you might consider legally subscribing to Dino on YouTube. That's all I have to say on the matter, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. See you later. Bye-bye.